Hello guys, welcome back to another fragrance video. So this video may not be for everyone because the fragrances that I'm going to speak about is super unique, very artistic, not everyone's cup of tea. And yeah, so I'm starting with number 5. I have mentioned this fragrance in my top 10 sandalwood fragrance list. This is from the house of Laurent Mazzone and it's called Scandinavian Crime. I like this bottle presentation, the black sleek looking bottle. And as I had mentioned in my previous video, this has notes of incense and sandalwood, nice sandalwood, and it gives a very I think I compared this scent to Halloween season. This would be the kind of fragrance that I'll be wearing on Halloween. It gives you that dark spooky vibe. I get little bit of oud as well. I don't know if oud is mentioned in the note. Oud, incense, little bit of vanilla, little bit of smoke. Super unique fragrance. So if you want, if a board of all the regular fragrances, and if you want to smell something different, you can put on Scandinavian Crime. The name itself is very interesting, from Laurent Masson. On number 5. On number 4, we have a designer fragrance from the house of Philipp Plein, and it's called No Limits. See this gorgeous bottle, but some may find this design very tacky. There's a skull, has the appearance of a credit card. Reminds me of Black Phantom, but that one has a skull on the box, this one on the bottle. So Philipp Plein is not a very popular brand or anything. I think they have clothing, shoes, belts, all those designer kind of things. I think it's a designer brand based in USA. So this fragrance is very unique leather fragrance, and some people get like very different smell from this fragrance. Few of them says it smells like a hospital or band-aid, and a lot of bizarre comments. This is super unique to me. The main thing I get from this is cardamom, and there is a heavy dose of cardamom, also leather. Yeah, it smells like has a bit of like a hospital kind of smell, band-aid, but this smells very interesting. This is created by Alberto Morillas, and this is compared to another unique fragrance from the house of Gucci, and that is Gucci Guilty Absolute. I haven't sniffed that fragrance. I think it's discontinued, or maybe it's hard to find now. That fragrance was also compared in similar league, like it smells like hospital, band-aid, or you get that kind of vibe. I can agree. The first thing that came to my mind initially after the initial spray when I sniffed it, I also got that hospital, that band-aid, that kind of a vibe, that toll, or anything you imagine you smell in a hospital. But this is a super unique fragrance, and I enjoy it once in a while. I also love the presentation. This is on number 4. And on number 3, another unique creation from Francesca Bianchi. It's called Under My Skin. And my wife says this smells like armpits. Yeah. Actually, these fragrances can only be appreciated by a matured nose, or those who have been using fragrances from a long time. I would never suggest these fragrances for any beginner, only for fragrance enthusiasts, hardcore fragrance fans. This smells amazing to me. This smells like a second skin. As you all know, Francesca Bianchi creates super unique fragrances, and she uses iris in a very different, unique way in all her fragrances. So this has lots of, I would say, the old school fragrances. That kind of a vibe you get. It has notes of castoreum. I think sandalwood is there, Peru balsam, vanilla, tonka bean. There are a lot of notes in this fragrance, and it smells super unique. It's very hard to describe this fragrance. It's like very musky. You get that feeling, very a manly, musky kind of scent. The scent of a man, I would say. It wears as a second skin. This is a unisex fragrance, but it would be very interesting to hear a lady's opinion, because I have read reviews on Fragrantica. Some ladies are praising this scent, so there are people who appreciate the art behind this perfumery. So definitely not for people who likes Dior Sauvage or Versace Dylan Blue. This is on another league. It's one of my favorite artistic niche fragrance. Under My Skin from Francesca Bianchi. On number 2, this also has skin in its name. And this bottle is very gorgeous. It's my favorite, Mortal Skin from Stefan Humbert Lucas. Look at that sexy black snake. My most favorite bottle in my collection. This is a 50 ml bottle. I think this was a Harrods exclusive when it got released, but now it's available and you can retail. I won't suggest you to pay full retail, cost like around $300 or something. You can get it for half the price in discounters. This has prominent note of blackberry. I get blackberry and leather. Also, an inkish vibe you get from this fragrance, like the ink. Imagine blackberry fruit mixed with ink with leather. That's the smell. It's very unique. All the fragrances I mentioned are super unique. Wow. And I also get a bit of a latex kind of smell. For those you have tried, maybe fragrance from Rosendo Mateo number 5, that also has a latex vibe. And one more fragrance is the from Etat Liberty Orange. It's called Tom of Finland. That also has a latex rubber kind of vibe. So same vibe I get from this fragrance. Performance is good for around 7 to 8 hours. And this also, like Under My Skin, it wears off like a second skin. Yeah. Amazing creative fragrance. I have sniffed the latest hype. I have a decant of God of Fire that got very popular in the Fracom, but that did not impress me like Mortal Skin. I mean, for the price you are paying for God of Fire, I don't think it's worth it, because it's like a good tropical fragrance. It's like initial there is a mango blast and then it goes in the Baccarat Rouge DNA. It's a nice scent, no doubt, but if you want to get one fragrance, I would suggest Mortal Skin. Number 2. Number 1 is the most interesting and dangerous fragrance in my collection. Yeah, people will run away if I wear this fragrance. This is from the house of Beaufort and it is called Tonnerre. I love this fragrance. Yeah, I have very weird taste in fragrances, and this is that kind of a fragrance. This gives you the vibe that you are in the middle of a battlefield. Yeah, some war is going on, explosions are happening, gunshots, blood splattering. If you are in middle of a battlefield, you will get this kind of a vibe it creates. And this fragrance has blood mentioned in the notes, not in the main notes. In Fragrantica, you will, if you check the description, you will see in the middle notes blood is mentioned, blood, brandy, something in the middle notes. And I also get a barbecue kind of vibe from this fragrance. Nice barbecue, that barbecue sauce, barbecue vibe. It's very smoky. Interlude is a kid in front of this fragrance. People say interlude is very smoky. They call it the blue beast. So this is the black beast. This house is also not popular because they make very different fragrances, very unique, not for like an everyday use kind of scent. There are many fragrances from this brand like Iron Duke, Rake and Ruin, Fathom 5 or Fathom V or something. All the fragrances are unique, and I think most of the fragrances they use gunpowder note. So a very dangerous fragrance. Beware when you wear this around your family. I enjoy this fragrance. I like it for winter, but I wear it all the time. I don't care, because if you always think about other people who will judge your fragrance, you can't wear many of the fragrances. So I wear fragrances for myself. I don't care about compliments. I just put on whatever makes me feel good. So these five are some of the most interesting, unique fragrances in my collection. So there are other unique fragrance in designers as well. Like if you take John Varvatos Dark Rebel, that's a very interesting, unique kind of scent. Then This Is Him by Zadig and Voltaire. Then even the latest designer release, Kenzo EDP, that's also unique for a fresh fragrance. But the fragrances I have mentioned in this video are like more on the darker side, dark, unique, gothic, whatever you can tell. So these are not for everyone's cup of tea. People who have a lot of interest in niche perfumery, those who have a matured nose, can appreciate the beauty of these fragrances. So that's it, guys. I will come up with another fragrance video. So still then, stay tuned, subscribe to the channel, and if you have anything to ask, please feel free to ask in the comment section. Thank you. Have a good day.